All right. Welcome back to the Dad Vestor show. Just wanted to go over the mini wheel because a lot of this is just documenting for myself. And if any of you find value in it, that's a huge bonus for me. But I want to track my progress and my ideas as I go forward. And already at this point, my mindset has shifted a lot. So it's really important that I make these videos and kind of track my journey to legendary investor. Obviously, nowhere near that now. And pretty much everything that I do is based on people with far more experience and success than I have. And I'm hoping that as I build my way up, people can follow me and surpass me. I'm sure a lot of you who watch this are doing better than I am. And I'm just happy that you're on for the ride. So anyway, someone was asking about the mini wheel, actually a couple people, because, it's really just a wheel on penny stocks. And I love it. It's been really good in the past couple of, I don't even know if it's been more than 1 or 2 weeks since I've been doing it, but I could check on the videos. One thing I want to highlight before that is this dip. You see how I was up and then it crashed down and then it came back up after hours. Now, how does that happen? Well, I got assigned on a put. Let's see here. SunPower, see? So SunPower, not a great stock, but I still have a good strategy of why the wheel works so well. And this is kind of wheeling bad stocks, right? So you could say that it's risky, but it's not that bad. And here's why. So now I've been assigned 100 shares of SPWR. And, as a stock goes down, it kind of, it can come back up. Even meme stocks like AMC, which isn't even a meme stock anymore. I guess they're recovering. I don't recommend you buy any of these. This is just what I'm doing because I haven't built up the portfolio. Another meme stock, GameStop, somehow still alive. So anyway, it is a little bit of a risk, but it's not like I'm playing with my actual savings, right? This is $2,000 that I grew over 5,000 and now 5,900. So don't worry, I'm not gambling away the only money I have. Okay, so what's the point here? So SPWR, I own 100 shares in it now. So let me show you where I bought it. So the one that expired was this $4 put for $73, third from the bottom. It expired on February 23rd, 2024, which was yesterday on Friday. So I already got paid $73, right? And then I had to buy $400 worth of shares, which is 100 shares. And so since the stock price fell to $3.19, then I've lost whatever that difference is, right? So I still hold the value of $3.19, I think it is. But I also got paid 73, so that's 370, 80, whatever. It's almost 309. So the difference that I've lost is only a few dollars, or it's $10 or less, because my math isn't perfect. So being assigned isn't really a big loss because I now own the shares, and that's the whole principle of the wheel. So let me go over all the steps of the wheel. So let's say I'm trying to run the wheel in SPWR, and that is to sell a put. That's the first step. Is ideally it would be on a stock you love, like Apple or something. But if you don't have the money for that, you can find some cheap stocks and just make sure that you are comfortable with using that and owning them. Now you get paid and you put some money in there to cover if the price does drop, which it did on me earlier. So you can see more time gives you more money, right, at the same price. And what this put option means is if the price comes down and the other person on the side of the contract decides to execute their contract, that means that we both buy 100 shares, right? So theoretically, Even if you lose, if the other person kind of sleeps on it or doesn't have any automatic things, you won't even have to do it, even if you lose. So if you think of it like a casino, I'm the casino because I'm selling the options. They're playing the game. And this is the first time I've ever been assigned. So I've done a lot of puts, and I've never been assigned until today. Maybe there was one time before when I didn't understand what's going on, but like I think on AMC. So it's possible I might have been assigned one other time, but it was a long time ago. Anyway, the point is, now that I have been assigned, I own 100 shares of this thing. So now what I do, I sell covered calls. Because I have 100 shares, when I sell a call like this for I get $22. It's not max loss unlimited. Because if I lose, I just sell my shares. I sell 100 of them for that $3.5 strike price, which means times 100, I get $350 selling my shares, as well as the $22 from this. So even if I lose this trade, I will still be up in net profit because I will recover the money I lost, and I don't even want to own this stock, so that's why I can afford to sell calls like that. I could even do this one. Well, I don't think that would be as good because this one I'll get that 350, and this one I would only get the 300 because it's a $3 call, and each contract controls 100 shares. All right, I'm not the best teacher, so I apologize if this is hard to follow, but essentially the wheel is selling puts to make money. So for example, you can see here I would get $45 if the price doesn't go down, and it probably won't at this point. It looks like it's going to bounce, but even if I'm wrong, I just get 100 more shares that are still worth something. The other thing you could do if you don't want to deal with selling covered calls is you could just sell a covered call here where it will get most likely get assigned, and you'll still get paid like I was talking about. Or you could just sell the shares right now. I could just sell everything like that and get $319 back, and then it's almost like I lost nothing. So that is a really good option to do if you don't like the stock that you've been wheeling, and it's kind of like, oh, I was really hoping just to take money and not have to pay anything, but I kind of want to run the wheel on it. So I'm gonna sell. Once the market's open, I'm going to sell covered calls on this, probably weekly, see, because it's like $9 a week versus, let's say, go 1, 2, 3 weeks out, it's only $22, whereas 3 times 9 is more than $22. Again, you can do the math if you want, but so doing a weekly sort of thing, it's kind of weekly income type thing, and you get more out of it. And if I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments. I have been helped by other people in the past. I am totally a fan of that. So I've been doing that on Nikola as well, but I didn't get assigned. I just bought the shares when it was, let's see, $68.25. So when it was even cheaper than it is now. So I bought those shares at a low price, and then I'm running the wheel. I'm running covered calls and puts on this. And it's not a great stock because for the wheel, but it's so low risk, and it's just... it's kind of fun, like half of this is just to have fun with little time investment, and you can go as deep as you want. And at this point, after having tried to go deep and running a lot of spreads, I'm just loving the mini wheel. So anyway, I call it the mini wheel because I'm running the wheel on penny stocks, so it's mini. That's it's really not that much cooler than that. Another stock I do like is this New York Community Bank because, it pays a dividend, so I'm okay with owning it. So I bought some of it. It's a really low price, but you have to realize a lot of these are temporary because in the future, not so far future, once I hit 10K, this is kind of my proof of concept, and I've tested. Basically, this is my testing ground. I've tested a lot of theories that I had learned, and it's kind of style. Like my style is very low risk, kind of low reward, but it builds up over time, And so dividend investing is really my my end goal is to be a dividend investor and to build a monster portfolio. But I just don't have the starting capital to do that, and I want to keep my savings liquid, so that's why I started only with $2,000. I have thought about adding money, and just start pumping this up to get to 10,000 earlier, but I kind of want to prove that, given the time horizon, another month or so, I can at least, if not more, that my techniques work over time. So, and a lot of it was to kind of show my wife that I'm not crazy, and also to prove it to myself. So a lot of good feedback in the comments. I'm trying to listen to everyone, and because, like if I'm shaken by a comment, like, maybe I should listen to the comment, right? And so I've really been taking things seriously, and I've talked to a lot of people about it, and I think I'm definitely on the right track. This is the sort of thing that works at any level. Obviously, at my level, it's not generating a ton of income, but this isn't really an income account yet. I'm just building it up, so I'm not really withdrawing much. So anyway, hope that makes sense. And if I can start to prove to myself, really, that I can really generate big income, I'm gonna maybe add some more money, but it'll have to wait maybe 2 months, just for family and work reasons. Yeah, if you made this long, thanks for listening. Some background on me, if you haven't watched my other videos, which are all, my production quality is very low, and that's because I really don't have much time to do things. New dad, I'm a doctor in a clinic all day, 50, 60 hours a week, depending on documentation time. And I want to provide for my family and build something that I can also help with my friends with. So the purpose of all this is to help people and to build a systematic approach to investing that captures a lot of high return techniques without a lot of time. And that's definitely true for just investing in solid companies that pay a dividend and growing that portfolio. But it's too slow for me, so I'm trying to do extra. So if you're risk averse, don't do options. Do just normal day-by-day investing into solid index funds, or use the Dragon portfolio, which is in the link description. So, all right, keep grinding. All the best to all of you. Peace.